Dr. Geoffrey Wango. I'm a counseling psychologist, and I do a lot of counseling on many aspects. But one of the major aspects that we always find ourselves talking about in young age, at adolescence, and even in our old age is a topic all of us want to talk about: relationship and relationship building. Why is relationship and relationship building very, very important and significant? It is because we all want to be in a good relationship with somebody. We are always asking ourselves, how can I build my relationship? And when you are a young person, you're also asking yourself, am I in the relationship? Am I in the right relationship? And what can I do about my relationship? Think about it this way. When you are young, in your teenage ages, that is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you are only thinking about your relationship in terms of you love this person so much. In many ways, you are infatuated by this person. And therefore, in many ways, you may miss out on three major components of a relationship. The three major components of a relationship are passion, intimacy, and commitment. What is passion? Passion is when you feel, I love somebody. You feel deeply in love. It's what you feel when you're young. You feel that I can't sleep without this person. You see this girl or this man and you are like, yes, this is the man or girl of my dreams. But passion is not equal to intimacy. Intimacy is the feeling you feel when you feel close together, when you feel that you are bonding, when you feel that the two of you are getting together. And finally, commitment is when the two of you become committed to each other. Let's go back again slightly. The first thing that happens in a relationship is that you meet somebody. That's why we say the first part of the relationship is to meet someone. When you meet this person, you feel second stage an inclination towards them. So you exchange numbers, you exchange names. You agree that me and you can have something to talk about. You believe the two of you have something of mutual interest together. And then the third part is that you start dating. Dating is very, very important because it gives you an opportunity to know the other person. That's why in relationship and relationship building we say, take 2 to 6 months to know the person. Why is 3 to 6 months important? Because you get to know the person. Let's be careful. This is now when you even get to know a narcissistic personality. And when you meet a narcissistic personality, you are able even to detect it at a very early age or stages. So you can see the egoism, the preoccupation with self, and therefore that opportunity allows you to leave the relationship, or if you find it having some foundation, you can go on. So you already agreed on stage 1, you met the person. In stage 2, you have agreed that you have something like an association. You have something that you can share the two of you together. And therefore that is a time when the two of you start taking off. And in number 3, you start now dating. It is only after you have dated that you become engaged with each other. What is engagement? Engagement is saying we have a relationship. We have an association. The two of us can be together. We have something of mutual interest. And then at this 5th stage, that's now when you come to the word commitment that we had started with. So let's now combine the two as you see. Passion. You feel passionate about somebody. You feel intimate. And then you come to commitment. Commitment implies that the two of you feel that you have something to share and you have something to long for. Let's go back again to why this is important. It is important because romantic relationship lasts for about 1 year. After that, attachment sets in. That's why when you are romantically in love with each other, then it is possible that you become attached to each other. And it is the attachment that makes you keep going. And it makes the relationship grow and boom and develop and mature. But if you don't make it into the commitment stages, you may fall out for a number of reasons. Now, one of the major issues why people fall out in a relationship is age. When you are young, below 20, 21 years, you have not yet fully developed to understand the stages of a relationship and the commitment in a relationship. And the commitment has something we call TCA. Terms and conditions apply. Terms and conditions apply. What are the terms and conditions? Number 1, if you are a lady or you're female, and you get yourself pregnant with a man, remember, you are saying that you have got into a commitment with this person, because the two of you have a child, and the responsibility of bringing up a child is bestowed on both the parents. So the thing is this: if you become pregnant with a man, or the man makes the girl pregnant, then you have a commitment because you have a child. That may not necessarily imply that you are passionate about each other or you're intimate. So you have to be very careful so that you don't get into this. And that's why age is very important. Factors that by the two of you are important. And three, that's why we say when you get into a relationship when you are below 21 years, it is important for you to know that 70% of most relationships started by young people end up in separation and divorce. Why? Because the two of them have not fully developed into a relationship, and therefore they may not be able to sustain the relationship. There are several things you can do to maintain a relationship, and that's why we are going to look at 10 parts of the relationship that makes you, or 10 signs that makes a relationship shine, or that makes it drama-free. The first one is one has to be laughing, caring, and kind. Laughing, caring, and kind implies that you love the other person, you care for them, and therefore you are kind to them, you show concern, you are compassionate about them. The second one is communication, and the communication must be consistent. Communication being consistent does not mean that you cannot communicate on WhatsApp. It does not mean that you will be talking to each other all the time. Of course, you got to go to work and other things. But it means that you are in good terms in your relationship. The third part of the relationship is that you must be open and honest with each other. That's why people talk about cheating. By the way, people ask, let's look at one quick aspect. Acts of affection, where you go on being, hugging every other person. Some people would call that cheating. Texting, and then romantic texting. That could amount to cheating. So you have to be very careful with being open and honest. The fourth one is emotional maturity. For you to be comfortable with each other and to love each other, you have been to be emotionally mature. Emotionally mature means I receive you, you receive me. Each of you must receive your partner well and care for them well. The fifth one is patience. Of course, so many things require you to be patient. There's a lie most people tell others, that the two of you are alike. Careful. Psychologically, every person has their unique personality. So the two of you are not alike. The two of you share several interests. But each of you is a personality and a person with of each other. That is, you are you yourself, and the other person is the other person. Therefore, the patience comes in because you are patient with your partner is patient with you. That allows then back to the communication, where the two of you say, what do I want in the relationship? And then your partner says what they want in the relationship. Then after that, after each of you says, this is what I want, this is what I want, we come to the we. What do we want in this relationship? The next one is that implies that both of you have to be calm and stable. You've got to be calm. You've got to ask yourself, what do I want out of this relationship? Why have I chosen you? Okay? And then, why do you need me and why do I need you? And that means that you must respect boundaries. Oh yes. Remember, each of you is a personality. Each of you has your personality. Having a personality does not mean or imply one of you sorrows the other one. So there must be boundaries. This is my boundary. This is what I like. This is what I may not like. This is what I would prefer. This is not what I might prefer. So you agree to disagree. The next one is acknowledging others. You must learn to acknowledge your partner. And your partner must in turn learn to acknowledge you. Yes. So that the two of you feel mutually connected. And that is why a relationship is an association. It is an association between two people who respect each other, who feel that they have boundaries. That means that you must effectively learn to apologize to each other. I apologize, I made a mistake here, or I would like to say sorry about this, or I would like to say, oh, this is not what perhaps I meant, or I'm not very comfortable with what you said, and I think you could have said it another way. Oh, then maybe that's not what I meant, or this way. So the apology sustains the communication so that each of you can be able to go on. And then you must be both focused and on target. What is to be focused on target? First, do you have a relationship? A relationship means I'm passionate about you, we are intimate, we are committed. So we must be focused. The focus is on our relationship. So the relationship must move at several stages where, as there are individuals, there will be partners. Oh yes, so that each of you is an individual on your own, but you are partners. So there is what I like, which has my boundaries. There is what you like, which has your boundaries. And then there is the we, which has our boundaries. So that means, careful now here, that's why you find so many discussions on relationship asking, what happens when your partner gets married? And for men, that's why you hear men asking, what happens when you are going out with the boys? Why must you be going out with the boys all the time? Then that means that you may not have any time for your wife, who is your partner. Very, very important and important for us to know. Now, let us now move to very important part of the relationship in two aspects, which we will quickly outline. What are the 10 things that a manipulative person will do in a relationship? It's very important for you to know whether you are being manipulated in a relationship. And there are 10 quick things that you can quickly do to tell this. 1, gaslighting. The person is always gaslighting. 2, the person is lying to control you. 3, the person creates a false reality. 4, the person is always playing the victim. 5, the person is giving you the silent treatment. 6, there are feelings and actions that are being always held hostage. 7, love bombing you. Okay. 8, isolating you from your friends and family and colleagues. And 9, making you feel inferior and worthless. 10, everything you have is about him or her, so that they make you feel you are nothing and worthless. That is a manipulative person in a relationship. Now, how can you tell that you're in a manipulative relationship so that you know what to do next? 1, you are always on the edge. That is, you are fearful and uneasy. 2, you are always being manipulated. 3, your partner never wants you to make your own judgment on many things. 4, your partner is always gaslighting you. 5, your partner is always questioning or dismissing you. Petty, non-argumentative, and you have nothing. 6, you live in a false world, in a false relationship. 7, you are always doubting yourself, including your perception of yourself, because you've been made to live in fear, where you even doubt your own self and your judgment. 8, repetitively receiving silent treatment. Silent treatment is a way of telling you that I don't like you, and it includes psychological and physical warfare, violence, and even abuse, physical, psychological, or sexual. 9, always questioning your judgment. You are always unsure of yourself. That means that you are not sure of your relationship and you don't even know where you are. And then 10, you cannot express yourself. A relationship is between two people. You should be able to express yourself. That's why you're in the relationship. And then 11, you are isolated from family, friends, relations, and you can't even go to work. You can't leave your own house. You are a hostage. You have been kidnapped. 12, and most important, you are made to feel inferior, incapable, worthless, useless, and you are a nobody. That is a manipulative relationship. What can you do about this? 1, understand yourself very well. It is important for you to understand yourself and understand the relationship you want to get into and discuss it with the other person. 2, always seek out your relationship so that it is meaningful to you and your partner. 3, discuss your relationship for being continuous communication with each other. And 5, and the most important of all, the relationship must be meaningful to you and purposeful to you and to the other person. That makes the relationship useful, purposeful, and most of all, meaningful to you and your partner. Have a lovely relationship with yourself and your partner, and keep it going. Keep the fire going.